Got a bee trying to get my candy. Y'all saw that, right? They tried to mug me. What is up, y'all? It's your pal Trolli Chainsaw, and today we're trying something a little different. We have the Trolli Mountain Dew collaboration, which is the drink, the Mountain Dew Trolli flavor, I believe it is, the cherry lemon, and the Trolli Mountain Dew Sour Bright Crawlers. I'm not a big Trolli person. I don't think I've ever had them, but we're going to try them today and see how they are. So the Trolli Sour Bright Crawlers, these look like a knockoff of Sour Patch Kids. I've had them, but I don't think I've ever had Trolli. There's a original citrus blue raspberry, original citrus, and original citrus cherry with Mountain Dew. So we have that. It's 100 calories, 5 pieces, about 4 servings per container. So that's not too bad. And then the Mountain Dew Trolli is 0 sugar dew, cherry lemon, naturally artificial flavored as usual. It's always artificial flavored. I gotta learn how to make this stuff on my own so it's actually healthy. Alright. Hey, only 15 calories per serving. Serving size is 1 bottle. So wait, what? It says serving size 1 bottle. It's 15 calories. Are you serious? It's 4% sodium. The numbers on this don't make sense. Look at this, guys. That don't make sense. Hopefully you guys can read that. 15 calories for this whole bottle, and there's 4% sodium and nothing else. No sugars or nothing. I don't see how that's possible, especially since it contains 0 juice. Something ain't right there, but we're going to try it. So I got these at Walmart, and they weren't that bad. I think it was $6 for a 12-pack of cans, and then this was like $2 for a bottle. So I got the bottle in case I don't like it. Same thing with the Trolli. Or gummy worms, whatever you call them. Are you calling them Trollis or gummy worms? Let me know in the chat, guys. But I think we're going to try these first. So let's see how these are. Now, I'm assuming these are sour because it says Sour Bright Crawlers. I mean, it's in the name. Yeah. And they're limited edition. How do I open these? Looks like there's a notch here to open them. There we go. They smell a little bit like Mountain Dew. But they also smell like standard gummy worms or gummy bears. See, green's my favorite color. Let's try green one first. That is supposed to be citrus. It's kind of got the flavor of if you take a swig of a bottle of Mountain Dew. That kind of coolness, smoothness to it. It's got the same kind of feeling when you eat these. They're not sour. These are very lackluster when it comes to the seasoning that makes them sour. Is it a seasoning? Is it a powder? I don't know. I've never looked into what actually makes sour candy sour. But I would say these aren't that great when it comes to that. So if you're looking for a sour candy or something, I would look elsewhere. Sour Patch Kids are way better when it comes to that. Alright, the blue one is blue raspberry. Fun fact, blue raspberries don't exist. That's just a marketing term. So you don't taste any Mountain Dew in that one. The original citrus, you taste the most Mountain Dew type flavor. Let's try a red one. There's 3 different colors in this bag. It says, "Don't leave us, eat us" on the package. Man, I'm fat. I ain't leaving none of you. Very strong citrus flavor with a lot of cherry. The cherry overpowers the citrus in the red one. Overall, they don't taste like Mountain Dew at all, except the green ones. And I think that's because, according to this, they're original citrus. The only flavor in them citrus. I think the cherry overpowers the Mountain Dew flavor, and the blue raspberry overpowers the Mountain Dew flavor. So these are really disappointing. I don't know what I was going to expect with them anyway, because when you have soda and candy mixed together, you don't really know how it's going to come out. Because a lot of times the candy overpowers the soda overpowers the candy. In this case, for the most part, I think the candy kind of rejects the Mountain Dew and you don't get the flavor of the Mountain Dew. Now, there's probably better ways for them to make it where you have more of a Mountain Dew flavor, but I don't know how you would go about that. I'm just sure there's probably some way. But these are a little disappointing. Honestly, if all Trollis are like this, especially with the sour flavor, I wouldn't get them. I'd always go Sour Patch. The Sour Patch Kids have way more seasoning and they're way more sour. I'm going to try one more. So, with the Mountain Dew collab, I would rate the Mountain Dew collab with Trolli about maybe 6 out of 10. Just because you do get the Mountain Dew flavor in one of them out of the 3. Like I said, I think the cherry and blue raspberry overpower the flavor. There's not enough power behind it. I think they maybe should have used a little bit more flavoring for the Mountain Dew aspect of it. The citrus doesn't mask it, so you can taste it. I would say like a 5 or 6 out of 10 on that. And just Trollis in general, because this is the first time I've ever had them. Yeah, 3 out of 10. These are a little disappointing. They're good, don't get me wrong. But if I'm looking at something that says sour crawlers, I'd expect something sour, something that's got a kick to it that'll slow you down eating. These, there's really no sourness to them. It tastes like maybe there's a teaspoon of lemon. That's about it. That's the sour scale of it in this entire bag, which is basically nothing. Got a bee trying to get my candy. Y'all saw that, right? They tried to mug me. Alright, so this is the Trolli Mountain Dew. Like I said, the calories on it don't make any sense to me. Same ingredients in here. I don't usually like to ingest aspartame, for example. I'm not a fan of that. Red 40, I try to go more natural, but for the sake of a food review, we're going to try this. You only live once, right? What's a little bit of it going to do to you? Alright, so this is cherry lemon. Let's see how this is. Now that we tried the candy, we kind of have an idea of what the flavor should be for this. It smells very fruity. It smells like a fruit punch. But like a very bland fruit punch, almost like a Kool-Aid that has no sugar in it. Which makes sense because it's sugar-free, or 0 sugar Dew. I'm assuming that's what they call the sugar-free brand. Alright, let's try this. Yeah. Yeah. Tastes like cough syrup. Yeah. You ever have that cherry cough syrup as a kid? That was like nasty tasting? That's what this tastes like. It's not sweet at all, which is kind of nice. But The cherry flavor is very mild. You don't really taste lemon, and it don't taste like candy either, and it don't taste like Mountain Dew. I feel like they gave me diluted cough syrup. Well, it is almost cold and flu season, so why not? Honestly, if you like drinks that aren't really sugary and have a very mild flavor, I would say this might be for you. Otherwise, if you're going out to get a soda, why would you get something like this? This is terrible. This is a letdown. This really is. Like, I am legit disappointed in how this tastes. It tastes like a fart of itself. Let me know in the comments if you guys feel the same way about this stuff, if you've tried it. Or if you want to try it. Let me know what you're expecting, because honestly, I regret buying this. This was just bad. I should have stuck with my Baja Blast and my Sour Patch Kids. Honestly, that's the better bet. Overall, I'll recommend this. 3 out of 10. This sucks. It don't taste like Mountain Dew. It don't taste like those gummy worms or Trolli. It doesn't really taste like anything. It tastes kind of nasty. It's almost like a non-sugar fruit punch. There's nothing to it. So yeah, I don't recommend this. If you like Trollis, I would say get them. But otherwise, I wouldn't get either of these. But yeah, thanks for watching, y'all. Y'all keep on keeping on. Till next time. This tastes like depression. This tastes like poverty. This is depression in a bottle. You ever have a really good time watching a television show, and all of a sudden you hear Arms of the Angels and Sarah McLachlan sitting there with sad puppies and kittens, and everything's suddenly depressing and the world sucks now, and it just zaps your happiness away? That's how I feel drinking this. It's just terrible.